Tottenham 0-2 Wolves, Antonio Conte's top four hopes damaged. At halftime, the cameras panned to a young Tottenham fan who could hold back the tears no longer. Antonio Conte knew exactly how the lad was feeling. If the Italian thought Wednesday night's first half versus Southampton was bad, then God knows what he thought about his team's deplorable showing during the opening 45 minutes here. They improved, marginally, in the second half, but that was all too little too late. Tottenham got exactly what they deserved, a depressing defeat, one that raises serious questions of their top four credentials. After a promising start to his reign, Conte is discovering exactly how sizable the rebuild is going to be here at Tottenham, who have now lost 3 consecutive Premier League games. Wolves were excellent, take nothing away from Bruno Lage's team. Raul Jimenez was unplayable. 19-year-old Lee Kundal, on his first Premier League start, swaggered around the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium like he owned the place and Conor Cody was being Conor Cody in the heart of Wolves' back three. But they were given a huge helping hand courtesy of a feeble display from their opponents, most notably from Hugo Lloris, who made 2 uncharacteristic errors to hand Wolves their 3 points on a plate. Tottenham, 3-4-3, Lloris 4.5, Sanchez 5, Romero 6, Davies 5, Doherty 5.5, Royal 82, Wink 6, Bentancur 6, Sessegnon 5, Kulusevski 28, 5.5, Maura 5, Bergwijn 71, Kane 6.5, Son 6.5. Subs not used: Golini, Regulian, Hojbjerg, Rodon, White, Scarlett. Booked: Bentancur, Kulusevski, Maura. Manager: Antonio Conte. 6 Wolves, 3-5-2, Sa 6.5, Kilman 8, Cody 8, Sace 8, Semedo 7.5, Dendinker 7.5, Neves 8, Kun 7.5, Trincao 84, 8 Nauri 8, Podence 7.5, Hwang 81, Jimenez 8.5, Fabio Silva 86. Subs not used: Ruddy, Hover, Marcel, Otto, Chiquinho, Totti. Manager: Bruno Lage. Referee: Kevin Friends. 6.5. It's back to the drawing board for Conte, who made the big call of dropping Pierre-Emile Hojbjerg for the visit of Wolves. Yet, you'd imagine Hojbjerg's presence would have had minimal bearing on the outcome. Tottenham were that bad. Don't worry, Antonio, it's only Manchester City next. Spurs were 2 down before Kevin Friend blew up for the break, the halftime whistle greeted by a cacophony of jeers for the second time in 5 days. They were poor against Southampton in the first half on Wednesday night, but these depths were alarming. They were lucky it was only 2. The opener arrived in the 7th minute, Jimenez hammering home a sweet volley after 2 largely unconvincing saves from Lloris, the first from Ruben Neves and the second from Nelson Semedo's follow-up. There'd have been no finger pointing in the French keeper's direction. Rightly so, he's been Spurs' savior more times than they'd care to remember. But this was far from vintage Lloris, he'd be the first to confess. Had Son Heung-min not tried to be too precise when sent clear through by full debutant Rodrigo Bentancur in the 16th minute, then perhaps the first half would have developed in Tottenham's favor. The reality, though, was far more painful. Once more Lloris was at the center of his team's woes as Wolves extended their lead. The keeper miscued a routine pass out to Ben Davies, whose clearance was just as unsatisfactory in the 18th minute. Seconds later the ball was in the back of Tottenham's net, Leander Dendinker bundling home after further comical defending that saw Bentancur and Davinson Sanchez get themselves in all worlds of trouble in their own box. Conte, stony-faced, just stood there, almost motionless. This was harrowing for Tottenham. It was about to get worse for Ryan Sessegnon, who was hooked in the 28th minute in place of Dejan Kulusevski. The youngster's deflated face spoke 1,000 words. Conte's attempts to console the left wing-back with a handshake and a pat on the back unlikely to have eased his embarrassment. Sessegnon appears to have a future under Conte, but this episode could take a while to overcome. Harry Kane fired wide before being denied by Romain Sace's last-ditch tackle in the 39th minute. For Tottenham's struggles, Kane actually looks to be approaching his best form. That, on a disastrous afternoon, will provide some solace for Conte. But it's all a case of ifs, buts and maybes for Tottenham at the moment. It certainly was here against Wolves. Had Daniel Podence not squandered a big opportunity after Harry Wink's error just before the break, then who knows how the already furious home supporters would have reacted. Likewise, had Lloris not denied Jimenez 8 minutes after the restart following more atrocious defending from Davinson Sanchez, then you got the sense that all-out mutiny would have broken out here. In fairness to Tottenham, at least they rallied in the second period. Kane, Winks and Son all went close as they threw caution to wind. Ozane produced an excellent instinctive save from Christian Romero's bullet header in the 88th minute as they at least tried to muster a response. By then, though, the stadium was half empty, probably a blessing for Tottenham's players who were treated with the same disdain by supporters as they were at halftime. The damage was done in the opening 20 minutes. Question is, how much damage has this caused to Tottenham's Champions League chances? Mason Mount and Kai Havertz celebrate after 2-1 win over Palmeiras. Tom Daley flashes his abs as he cycles on an indoor bike. Rodgers says he never had a fear his criticism could backfire. Late comedy legend Sean Locke's final appearance on 8 out of 10 Cats. 21 migrants jump off yacht capsizing on the River Rye. Peter Crouch shares TikTok with daughter whilst on holiday. Just have a lovely day. Rylan Clark posts after hospital stay. Dinghy is towed away after migrants cross the channel on a yacht. New Zealand Freedom Convoy continue demonstration in Wellington. Scientist on how to efficiently produce tasty non-alcoholic beers. Rooney clarifies claims he wanted to hurt someone was a feeling. Adele explains reasons behind cancelling Vegas show last minute.